The bounce house. And it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. The Knights will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Utah Utes offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Rising. Quickly complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Bowls his way forward. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Makes him talk to the hand. Discards a man. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Utes are marching down the field. Now on the counter. Can't get him to the ground. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Keeps the legs moving. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have. Still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Offense in an empty set. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Jefferson. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Throws to the wideout. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Got him downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, it wasn't just 4th and short. Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there, 4th down and long? No problem. I got this in the first half.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
From the gun, the running back has it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Caught on the outside, it's Johnson. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Snagged in the middle. It's McClain. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
To the air, it's Rising. Makes the grab over the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. The Utes line it up with a 1st and goal. The back goes in motion. Goes to the option. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
UCF 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. At the 45 on his way. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He's got him along the sideline. Beautiful footwork for the first down. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And the Utes will move the sticks with the first down.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Utes are on the move. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking downfield, it's rising. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. And the Utes will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
On first down from their own 22. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball play.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They move the tight end all over. Looking for a crease. It's Bernard.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The inside handoff. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass. It's rising. He's got it down the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He's looking to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Receivers right now aren't getting open. We got to do a better job offensively at trying to create opportunities for them. So use motion, get some stack releases, create that separation, slant routes, out-breaking routes. Just give your quarterback a chance.
They're bringing heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Jefferson. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Knights will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. A fair catch just inside the 40. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Fires to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. The short hands, it's McClain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Quick strike complete. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game. The Utes will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 34, set to kick it away.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Knights. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're lining up to kick it off full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Stanley. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense...
And down he goes back at the 3.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Rising. Got his man quickly. If you're going to run that play, you have to get it out of the end zone there. They'll take the safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Knights with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Harvey. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The offense batting .500 on 4th down. They're 2 for 4 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Grab near the sticks. It's Keefe. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the single back.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun. Give on the inside. Makes his man miss. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. He finds his man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the 1st down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up 3rd down.
Moves away as he feels pressure. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got it. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! Ready to try the point after. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, look out. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Utah. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to lay up the scoreboard.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point.
UCF 16.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know...
And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
He'll pull it on the read. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Flushed out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Handoff to the single running back.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really